What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlogs. Today we're going to be making basically the twin truck of my truck, and this is going to be the rough country parts that we installed on my truck. We're going to also do them on here. Now you guys have already seen how we did that on the last video, so we're going to show you guys the things we learned on mine and make this process even smoother. We're already jacking up the truck. We got Oscar here finally because he didn't arrive last time due to a migraine. And then over here we have Sabir, so we got to lift up the front two wheels, and then we're going to take out the torsion keys. Obviously this is OSHA approved. Do the torsion keys, then you do the shocks, then we come back and do the blocks, and then we do the shocks. So it'll be pretty simple.
I have to hide the brand of these so no one judges us.
Yeah, we did not get those recall warranted out. So right here on my truck we also did the 03, oh I almost touched bird poop. So debadged the Z71 right here on the side. So keeping it nice and clean. Thinking about doing the Sierra and GMC, taking that off. And then we also need to plasti dip my rear bumper black like Sabir's, because I'm gonna do the kind of the gold, red, and black look because I have the satin black here. So imagine that bumper, which his is chrome too, but he plasti dipped it and put it on right here.
Okay, so we got this side out. My side was a lot worse than Jacob's because this torsion bar was caked in dirt right there. So we used, actually we had to end up using a old spline drive that I don't need for my old lug nuts, put it in there, and then use it as a punch and hammered it through. So now we're going to take out the torsion bolt on this side. Oh, way to not get it on there. All the way up. And then we actually reuse those bolts, so we have to be careful.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And now we use the tool rental. You can get this at AutoZone or Rise for like 80 bucks, and then it's free actually after you return it back. But there's a notch on the top of this frame, or this cross, what is this called? It's not a subframe, is it?
I have no clue what this is.
Oh, cross member, thanks. So there's a little notch right here. You'll feel it. Like on the other side, towards the left more. No, the top is more towards the left. Like you'll feel a little knob. That little knob will just go in there.
Yeah, and you just press it.
And then there's a knob on the bottom of the torsion key.
Yeah, it's like this.
So they just line it. It's just like alignment points. And then once you get that on there,
angle.
and then just to get this out, keep going. All right, that's good. So as you can see, this little thing will come out.
Okay. Now what?
And then you loosen this all the way. And then take that tool out.
Well, rest in peace, paper. Fuck.
Oh shit. And then now we just gotta take that torsion key out from the bar. But that's what was stuck on mine, so we're gonna have...
Where's the...
Yeah, that's where I punched through, that hole right there. That's the bar you see.
Right
here?
here?
That's the bar.
Give it to me.
I would spray this on there because there's hella dirt. Idiot. There you go. Almost. There we go. And then pull that bar out a little bit more, and then we gotta clean it, and Annie sees it. So the new keys are in. We put some Annie sees on them, just in case I gotta remove these again. It won't be such a pain. Let me focus. Which one's focused? There we go. Yeah, so the new keys are in. Now we just got to put the tool back on, the rental tool, push the keys up, and then put the bolt back in, and that's it.
So while they were working on the keys, I was working on the front shocks, and I already took out the old ones, which is pretty simple. It's two bolts, one on the bottom, one on the top. Make sure that you do support the underside of the A-frame or A-arm, just so it doesn't drop down on you. But I have the bottom bolt in now with the new shock kind of loose. And we're going to make this line up top, so that way when I cut this little twine, it's going to extend out. Make sure you also put on your bushing. So we'll go the silver, then the black. So make sure you put that on first before you install it. But now if you aim it up right and then you cut this, it should extend right into it, just like that. So that way you don't have to fight this thing and try to compress it or make it fit. That's just easy the way that Rough Country does it, and you can cut the rest and pull it out. I have the shocks in on both sides, so there's that one, and then from the top you have it tightened down. So pretty simple to get the new shocks in there. Again, the biggest tip is the twine, to cut that once it's in there. So we have the keys and we have the shocks, and this has only been, let's see, it started at 9:15, so it's been less than an hour and the whole front's done. Just got back from our little break grabbing some food, and Oscar is taking off the other side molding, and Sabir and I are going to be starting on the rear. So the rear, the biggest thing is you just don't want the pinion angle to adjust on you because you got to put the blocks in there. So let me show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. Here is lifting up the rear, and as you're lifting it up, as this wheel comes down, it's going to want to push the drive shaft further down. So the drive shaft is kind of trying to work with the diff and make sure that the angles are all right. But when you're lowering it, or you're lowering the wheel, it's just raising the actual vehicle, what's going to happen there is the pinion angle is going to want to push down. So you might need, or you will need, a second jack to be able to push back up, so that way you can get the blocks in there. This is kind of the setup I was talking about with the pinion angle. You're going to need 2 jacks to kind of push up on it, because this does want to rotate this way, so you're pushing back up to level it. Now we got to drop the back jack while also working the front jack, so we have enough room to add the extra space block right there. So as you can see, he bogs deep and has his nice and muddy, but we're going to go ahead and add the lifted block, and then we're going to change the shocks after that. Just like that, Sabir had to leave, so it's just Oscar and I, and we just so graciously cleaned up his garage. Not really, it wasn't that big of a deal. But we put in the fender liners, the same thing as my truck. That was nice and simple. You pretty much just unbolt that bolt and that bolt, put it in there, and then put in the push pins. Pretty simple. But this is what his truck looks like with it nice and leveled. He might still have to do some adjusting. It also might settle over the next few days. But there you can see the two of us just matching heights. His looks a little bit taller, I'll be honest, but that also might be his keys are cranked up, and we did lower mine, if you guys remember in my video. So it might need some adjusting / settling, and it might get down to about how tall mine is. So we have the GMC GMT 800, we have the Chevy Silverado GMT 800, and they're basically the same trucks, same brand of wheels, same brand of lift, and the same types of mods going on. And we have a trip coming up very, very soon that I'm so excited to test these things out on. So we're out here on the trail. This is gonna be our first time. Got a guy doing donuts, which is pretty dope. We're all aired down. Sabir's is here. This guy's just going ham. Sabir and I are knocking it down to 17. Everybody else is kind of being a little bit more conservative. We also have Gio. John, Fitted Racing, bought a truck right there, that Blazer. And we have a brand new TRD Pro 4Runner. So we got a pretty good squad, and this is gonna be our first time off-roading and testing out the rigs. But we did his install on the suspension, but I wanted to wait to upload until we had some action. Man, is it windy, but beautiful, beautiful views out here. I think this might be my new hobby. I mean, this is so fun with the guys. That's Clear Lake right there, and you can see the Northern California wildfire damage there. But we're out here getting some firewood, just some burned old wood, so you know it's dried. But yeah, ooh, gotta watch my step. Cutting it down here. All the rigs looking good. Yeah, this is definitely maybe my new hobby. Definitely maybe. Spot, nice, perfect opening, nice and flat. Already has a fire pit. And we're all gonna circle around sorta into this little circle. Probably readjust and make them a little tighter, but right now, got a nice little setup. So we're just riding some trails here, but check this out. We got quite the hill. We took a little detour off after we set up the camp, and now we're gonna see what we get into. You can see the lake over there, it's pretty cool. But we're gonna be bogging down this hill. The uphill is gonna be really interesting for us. I'll tell you that for sure. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, this gives me anxiety.
Gives me adrenaline / anxiety.
Oh my god.
The big thing is we're rolling, we're not sliding.
True. It's just these big rocks that look like they're gonna roll underneath your tire. Woo! Made it. Ooh, almost. Oh, almost.
Roll it back to the inside.
Lenny's gonna be so scratched after this.
They're all polishable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're pinstripes.
Oh.
People just usually keep them on and they're going back and forth.
To show that they bog.
Well, it's not if you're gonna do it next weekend, what's the point?
AKA to show that you bog. Woo-hoo-hoo. Gio stopped.
Yeah, he's waiting for him to clear it.
Oh, so you can just kind of gun it?
You gotta have speed.
Oh my gosh. That sweet, sweet sound.
I see Gio.
cake.
Yeah, when you're in 4 high, it's cool.
Yeah.
Just sitting it. Look at the stuff in the back.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's so puppy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
That was a good bottomer.
Yeah.
I got one. I was asking if you wanted one.
I usually do it with eggs, but I'm not risking it to do that. I will, but I have my own.
It's supposed to rain every.
I
was trying to go south too.
Alright, so now we're heading out and it's raining a bit, you can see, so we're taking the trail and I hit that one real nice. But yeah, it seems like it almost got rougher on the way down. But this was a successful trip. There's a lot of stuff that we learned that we're gonna need for next time. But that's kind of the point of this one, was to just learn what all we're gonna need for future trips and make it smoother, make it overall just an easier experience. But man, it seems like this all got a lot rougher on the way down. Yesterday was not this bad. Now we are done. So Sabir got a little bent on his license plate, I just found out, and we're also filling up our tires back to the street level. And honestly, our trucks really did surprise us. I mean, I'll have some clips maybe of us off-roading, but for being older trucks, the capabilities, I mean, this is all new to me, so I was really anxious, and as you could probably tell on the clips, like, I was kind of nervous, but honestly, they're very capable. Even Gio's, like, he only has tires, basically. This isn't even leveled. John's, of course, is sent. But yeah, even Gio's with just tires was really, really impressive. And obviously the TRD Pro. This made it just look all so easy. Short wheelbase, perfect bumper clearance for it. Get it. But yeah, oh yeah, and the bed setup. I didn't really show you guys that. But that worked out beautifully with our storage underneath like that. Obviously took all of our trash because you gotta do that. But yeah, this worked out so nice. I did get a little weirdly claustrophobic, so we'll have to figure something out about that, but I think it just needed fresh air. We'll figure something out. But yeah, now I'm gonna fill up my tires and then we'll hit the road about 2 hours back home.